Hey, what's up, Joshy T? You're kicking some ass for me, buddy. Man.
B. Joshy D. B. Joshy D. B.
You're kicking some ass for me, buddy.
Joshy D. B.
Can I see some pretzel emotes in chat?
It was pre-Joshy D. Or PJD.
Can I see some pretzel emotes?
That's a marker I use to help me organize my life, whether it's pre-Joshy D or after Joshy D. Oh, yeah. Couldn't have done it without Joshy D. Joshy D. Joshy D. Joshy D. Joshy D. Joshy D. Couldn't have done it without Joshy D. Joshy D. Joshy D. Joshy D. How romantic. We should all elope, shouldn't we? Well, actually, we're getting the fuck out of here. See you later. Cheers.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another edition of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament Quarterfinals. Digshake versus Joshy D. I'm with BentGlassTube. BentGlassTube, hello.
Hello, Angry Larry. How are you today?
Wasn't expecting to ask me a question so fast. I'm doing pretty well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Excited for this race. It should be a good one.
It most certainly should be a good one. Hopefully. I tried to ask chat before, and chat, please let me know how the BGT to Angry Larry ratio is. I tried to ask chat before exactly who they thought was going to win. A few people said Joshy D, and then I made sure I said only people who Joshy D didn't send over here could answer this question. But I'm legitimately wondering how many people think Joshy D has a chance, and how many people, what percentage do you put this chance at? This is McGregor Mayweather on the Zelda 2 stage, BGT.
That was a pretty hype event I heard last night, but I didn't catch it, so I'll catch this one instead.
Digshake's chat votes him to put in the name Shake, so he selects Digshake as his character name, and we're just waiting for them to ready up. They're chit-chatting. I'll read you the cliff notes here. Joshy D thanks me. I thank him for thanking me. Joshy D asks how Digshake is feeling. Digshake's pretty good. Asks Joshy D how's he doing. And then Joshy D says, I feel ready to do well. And then Digshake wishes his friend luck. This is a romantic comedy happening in IRC.
It really is. Yeah, there's quite a bit of tension between these two. So it's good to see them being friendly before the race here.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a show. Just like Conor and McGregor and Mayweather, like, pre-fight colluded to put on the biggest event of the year, including not doing it for like a year and a half and then finally doing it so they got more money. This is basically the same thing. Excuse me, I had a Trisket. Yeah, go ahead. I had a Trisket beforehand, and it's like all in my throat now.
Oh, jeez. So we find a great palace right next to start there. That'll be convenient for the end game.
There's also an area of Death Mountain. They're both going to look around. Joshy D is going to realize he has the candle, and he's going to get the hell out of there. He's going to come back when he has the candle.
Yeah, that's right. Last time these players faced each other was in the Swiss round, and significantly different flags since then.
Yeah, certainly. The changes from the Swiss round to now include there are mixed small and large enemies within the group. No extra keys. We have Saria for Joshy D. He's going to get his first spell. No extra keys in palaces. We don't start with the candle. Quarterfinal flags implemented. The random encounters on the overworld have been changed. And I said no candle, right? Fire is not linked with another spell as well. So fire is purely just fire now.
And speaking of fire, that's what we find in Saria.
Us professionals call that a segue.
Yeah, they couldn't have planned it better for us there.
It's almost like this race happened last night and we know ahead of time what's happening, and then we're just restreaming it now.
Looks like Dig Shake must have rolled this seed with all this swamp that Joshy D's having to trek through.
Yeah, you gotta imagine Joshy D's cursing him under his breath. We see the raft tile there.
Yeah, not useful yet, but certainly will be useful in the future.
Joshy D walked right by that cave. It was Heart Container Cave. He finds Parappa Cave up north a bit, but he totally walked right by that cave to the left of Saria. And Dig Shake's in there now, Heart Container Cave.
Ooh, we got a exciting graveyard encounter here. Plenty of Moas.
That was the trophy in Heart Container Cave.
That is not a bad find.
Hopefully when he found the right Parappa Cave, he's going to run back to it and go through it. We see the back end of either Parappa or Fairy there. Fairy Cave.
Yeah, I wonder if Joshy D didn't... oh no, he said he didn't even go into that cave.
Buzz is saying that he misjudged it as Parappa. I was probably waiting for Dig to get Fire Spell before I marked it on the tracker. So I wasn't really looking. But
so he did dip in there. I didn't see it either.
If he did dip in, as soon as he dipped into Parappa Cave and walked and found it was, in fact, Parappa Cave, he should have known that the other cave was indeed Heart Container Cave and went back. Maybe he thinks in his mind it's Fairy Cave, but there's no entrance from that direction in Fairy Cave. So it could be with it being trophy, it could be a slight misjudgment that lingers on for the rest of the seed. And
yeah, that could certainly come back to bite him. Looks like he stumbles into Jump Cave there. And decides no reason to go through there just yet.
Yeah, so we've seen the area of Jump Cave that we can't get through yet because we do not have the jump spell. We've seen either the back end of Parappa or Fairy Cave. If it's the back end of Parappa Cave, we don't really have a way over to the other side yet unless it's Death Mountain. If it's the back end of Fairy Cave, then we have two areas over to another side, potentially. There's Palace 3 or 6 on Dig Shake's side.
Yeah, and Joshy D had stepped in there as well.
What was that last cave Joshy D went into prior to being in Trophy Cave now?
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry.
Yeah. Back of Jump Cave. That's what I thought it was really quickly.
So we've seen both sides of Jump Cave, and that won't enter into it. Joshy D finds the useful item of the raft in Trophy Cave. Hopefully I'm not too far ahead or anything. I don't want to reveal items before they're on your stream.
I think it would be fitting for a Joshy D Dig Shake race if we did reveal the items 12 seconds before anybody saw them. Thanks for the raft emotes in chat. I appreciate that. Both players' health are beeping. How are we doing on levels? Joshy's 112. And Dig Shake's 222. Dig Shake did go through Heart Container Cave, though, so you got a couple additional enemies there.
Yeah, it looks like the orange Dyras are fairly lucrative, I think. I saw 150 from one of those earlier.
150.
And, the same from Reds.
Yeah, 150 for both Dyras here. So, knowing that he's seen one end of Saria and not the other, Dig Shake is electing to check the forest encounters to see if he can find Bagoo. Because as of right now, there's Medicine Cave for Joshy and Dig Shake, so we're doing a virtual spoon here for the first time.
Yeah, and this cave can be pretty difficult with mixed enemies and no candle. Like, this is not a freebie item.
I do place a lot of stock in the second part of this cave being a lot easier in mixed small and large enemies.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's difficult to imagine you'll get a worse roll than the 3 Dairas that Vanilla has, but although Gorillas in the dark can be pretty tough too.
I think 3 Gorillas or a Gorilla with a Moblin behind, or either combination of the two, where you're constantly having to duck high low.
Yeah.
But a loader and a bouncy cat and whatever was in the middle, and they both
I think it
arrived.
was a Daira. I think I saw an axe at some point.
A Daira? Okay.
Oh no, that's their beam sword, or Dig Shake's beam sword is the axe. So I don't know what it was. Another louder, maybe. But yeah, they find the kid. They both managed to get through, so maybe it was a freebie after all.
Well, Dig Shake now has 2 spell items, and if you're not finding required items, you definitely want the potentially required items, and I don't think he's going to be too mad with 2 early items here, especially since one of them he can cash in, and he can leave the Western Continent with 3 spells and the knowledge of what exactly do I need to finish the game and need to find both ends of Saria we have seen. So I'm interested in knowing, is that P-Bag Cave or Parappa Cave? Did Joshie D just do an up A into an up A there?
I missed it.
Or did I watch Dig Shake up A first and then Joshie did it right after?
I think maybe they both up 8. I'm not sure.
All right, Joshie looks like he's going to check back into this cave he passed up before. Again, he might think it is Parappa Cave, and he might try to go through it to the other continent, and then happen upon the item in here, the trophy. So this is good for him that he's able to revisit this.
Yeah, he certainly has to know by now that it's not Parappa Cave.
Okay, he walked into North Palace, then obeyed. I'm like, I knew I saw him in there twice. So we should we put it out there that we don't have the medicine right now, and which spell would it be? Reflect or Thunder? And where exactly are we going to find the medicine? Should we put that out there now?
I think the medicine will be in the spell tower.
I think you can't. Well, Dig Shake's going to go to the east, and he's going to wake up and find a desert tile and a town. So this is exactly what he was looking for. Potential to get jump or fairy here in the town. And a desert tile that may give him a nice item. Just a red jar.
Just a red jar. Ooh, but that is a good find with the town.
7 magic containers needed to get the item there. So he's going to grab a free
Ouch.
spell. If it is the spell, he probably doesn't have enough magic to cast it. It's probably
not at Magic 2, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, probably very costly at Magic 2.
Yeah, what would be interesting now is if a required item is in New Kasuto, 7 magic containers could prove quite difficult to acquire.
Reflect spell for a Dig Shake.
That is one of the required spells.
All right, Joshie D is going to take the cave through. We'll see what Dig Shake does. He's 3-2-3. There's no reason, no downstab, but there's no reason he might not explore the immediate area first, and then potentially go take the raft tile back or up A and go through Parappa. But he's looking for something here. I'm sorry to cut you off. He's looking for something here, and one of his races earlier, I think it was against Max, he misread the situation. He missed Parappa Cave, and took an alternate path that led him to the boots and led him to an earlier, being able to explore earlier, and I don't know if he's doing the same now, but Joshie went in there and came out and went back to the east as well and is now in New Kasuto. Did you see what happened there? Did he go through the cave?
I think he found the other end of Parappa and it was somewhere he had already been, so he decided to just go back and explore the east.
Palace 1 is on Eastern Continent. Dig Shake's in one of the P-Bag caves. So yeah, maybe that was the other end of Parappa we saw on the western end of that continent. And maybe we need something like the boots or whatever. Or go through Death Mountain to get through the other side.
Yeah, I think, for the maximum troll, we should hope that Death Mountain connection is required.
Well, maximum
'Cause-
troll... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, because unfortunately, we just seen the medicine in the XP, or P-Bag Cave, so no more spell requirement trolls.
Yeah, maximum troll for spell item is out the window. That's what I was going to say.
Digshake finds a connection cave, but doesn't want to check it out.
So Digshake might have realized that he's going to go through one. He's not going to go through one. He's not going to take the chance with the no extra keys. Digshake may have realized when he entered the back end of Parappa that it was not Fairy Cave. He might have moved a little bit, saw no enemies, and then decided, okay, that both sides Parappa. I've seen everything. I've never seen Fairy Cave. I've never seen the graveyard tile. And I've seen both ends of Saria and both ends of Jump Cave and decided to go east. It is still possible Death Mountain's your only way over to the other side, but Digshake might be looking to just find the boots or just make progress.
Looks like he's gonna do a little bit of grinding here on these Lizalfos. Or Garus, I guess is what they're actually called. Oh, Digshake finds the Valley of Death. I don't know if he'll really want to investigate what palace is there at this point, though.
With no fairy, no downstab, and losing life right there, I don't think he will. He'll just walk into that town instead. And there's a desert
the town
tile.
is a much better option.
And there's a desert tile there already. We found Darunia, and we do have the kid.
Digshake talking to the woman in purple to see if she has a hint, but that is not yet a feature of this randomizer.
I think that's what we call a unintentional preview.
Yeah, Digshake has mentioned a few times that he would like to add such a thing, but I don't know how high that is on his list of things to add. Hopefully higher than Purple Moa's in the basement.
Well, hopefully he wins this race, so he will do stuff like that and won't take a 13-month break in the game. So we can experience things like that.
Digshake turns in the kid and gets the life spell. Pretty useful this early in the game, but probably not what he was hoping to find.
Desert Tile's a little digger. So this might be Joshy D's worst nightmare here. Death Mountain seems to be the only way to make any progress on the Western continent. He doesn't have Candle, and he's forced to go to the east without Downstab.
Yeah, I think this is definitely favoring the player with better combat skills at the moment. Just forcing you into this early Eastern Hyrule.
But he's back on the west, and it looks like he's looking for a cave to get to the other area. The other area, we're going to find Mito, Rudo, Raru, and the Last Palace, along with Magic Container Cave, the Grass Tile, and P-Bag Cave. So there's a lot over there. It's just a matter of how do we get there.
Yeah, Digshake's struggling to leave Old Kasuto. Those invisible Moas, making sure he remembers they're there. And I don't know if we mentioned it, but Digshake picked up the shield spell in Old Kasuto.
Yes, he certainly did. We have it. I marked it, but
oh yeah, I can't see the tracker you have. I should probably pull up your stream so I can see those things.
Certainly, my point was certainly probably nothing Digshake really wanted or anything he would use. He probably has too good to use shield syndrome.
That's certainly possible.
The other runner,
shield's a very useful spell, though.
Yeah, the other runner is probably going to make good use of it. Here's another desert tile here for Digshake coming up.
This is the third desert tile, and it's the one with the item. So he'll be happy with that find, getting the boots.
Next time he goes to the Western continent, be a game over, or maybe he explores into a little bit of a corner. Well, here it is now. He's going to make use of these boots and try to find the other area.
Yeah, perfect timing on that game over.
Joshy D looks like he's trying to find Bagoo, but he has seen both sides of Saria.
Oh, did Joshy D get sent back to the west?
He's been on the Western continent for a while. I don't know if it was via an up A or he took the raft back or he just game overed, but he's been looking for a way to the other area of the Western continent pretty much since before Dig Shake found the shield spell. So one of the things to do, BGT, is if you have the boots and you don't really know what to do, how to get to the new area using the boots, is you try to find the raft tile, because the raft tile will be indented off the water, and then you can walk up or down. It will be up in this case with this layout. And Joshy D is now going to have to take Death Mountain across.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he wasn't able to explore enough of the east and find the boots, because walking through Death Mountain is not the most fun.
Dig Shake just makes sure that both ends of Fairy Cave are within 5 tiles of each other for a laugh, and then he'll move on to the grass tile.
Dig Shake is making a good progress towards going full Joshy D here. He's got all the spells he needs and now one of the containers. And he finds Palace too, but still without any way to get through locked doors. There's not much point in venturing in. You know, one thing that might help Joshy D out here is in his brief exploration into Death Mountain, he did find Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, he just has to realize that the only way to the other side is to commit to Death Mountain and really try to get over there, or he has to go back to the east and make something happen.
Did he just go through Magic Container Cave? Oh no, that's Dig Shake. I got my players confused here.
Yeah, Dig Shake just found the flute there.
The flute. Probably not required, but a potential required item.
Did he check that palace and I missed it?
Yeah, that was Palace 2.
2, okay. So we have 2 Great Palace and either 3 or 6 on the west. Dig Shake finds... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Not you.
Dig Shake finds the other side of Death Mountain, so that is certainly a potential way for Joshy D to get across. But it looks like Joshy D has ventured back to the east. Meanwhile, Dig Shake's going to try and find the Hammer Shrine.
He's checking all the immediate caves in the area just to see. You don't really want to walk away with the glove being in the immediate area, and you never bother to check, at least do minimal effort to check.
Yeah, and there's a lot of caves here that are just one section in. So there's a good chance that he'll find what he's looking for.
And I wouldn't be surprised if at this end of this search, if he doesn't find Hammer Cave, if he just up A's and walks back to the north area again. Instead of trying to go back through this.
He's pretty far away from the entrance. And whenever I'm watching these, I have a really hard time remembering where the entrances to Death Mountain are. I mean, when I'm playing, I have a hard time, but not as hard as when I'm only watching.
He might be looking for one with an elevator, or is this a different section he didn't check yet?
I think this is a new section. And, he has the boots, so he can do a lot of exploration without having to go through any caves.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. I didn't see him hit the water yet, though, but he's there now.
And speaking of water, Joshy D finds the water tile. But without the boots, it's not as much of a win for him as he would like.
Between the two openings of Death Mountain, every cave is accessible. It looks like.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
Which I tell you what, it makes a golden cave situation where you have to take one cave to get to one cave to get to whatever annoying, because you can't really narrow it down to
yeah, because every cave you go through is gonna like lead back to that same area again.
I also didn't see Dig Shake use the boots.
No, I don't know if he just didn't feel like it or forgot that he has that ability. I assume that he remembers that he has the boots, since that's how he got up here in the first place. But it looks like he's moving on. He's done with Death Mountain, and he's finds a pea bag in Pea Bag Cave. But there's 2 towns right near here too, which will be quite useful for him, I'm sure. He's already got most of the spells he doesn't care about.
I was going to mention Joshy did look like he was in a different area of the Eastern Continent than Dig Shake was in. And sure enough, he found Nubaru, and he's going to find the spell here, and it's the spell.
And it is castable at Magic 2. So we might see him go back to New Kasuto at some point. That was right near the raft spot, right?
Yes, and easily accessible from start if you up-aid anywhere. The one thing, though, he also skipped over a lot of other stuff. And hopefully he goes back and doubles up and gets it.
Dig Shake finds the fairy spell in Ruto, which is going to be really useful, because now he has a way to get through locked doors. I didn't see how much it costs, though, even though he opened it up twice. He's doing a little dance on those webcams, so I imagine it must be castable.
I missed the dance.
So chat says it's 53, so he can only cast it once, which is not great.
It's good enough for him to do Palace 1 next time he goes over the Eastern Continent.
That's true. And he's also, found Raru here, so he'll get another spell. And it's Jump, which is not that useful at this point.
So that puts Thunder in the other town. We have Mito. So we have the medicine.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive that 26 minutes in, we know where every spell is. I mean, neither of our runners know, but we do.
Joshy finds Maze Island, another place where having those boots would have been accessible. The boots were were in a desert tile to the immediate southwest of one of the towns. I don't remember if it was Darunia or what. Where was Nabaru's spell? That was Joshy had that one. Darunia was Life. Dig Shake got one. So I guess it was Darunia that had
yeah,
that.
it was either near Darunia or Old Kasuto. I don't recall which. But it was in kind of an awkward spot that you had to go into a swamp to scroll the screen to find, I thought. But maybe not.
I think it was 8 tiles west of the other desert tile, just in the swamp. Maybe it was 1 tile off the screen from it, because Dig Shake didn't go there immediately either. From that other desert tile directly south of Darunia.
Joshy D finds one of the items on Maze Island, and it's just a 500 P bag, but that's somewhat useful. His levels are still low enough that that's a good find. Dig Shake picking up the most powerful sword technique in the game, the down stab. So he's definitely set to go into palaces at this point. He should be able to make quick work of them. Digshake forgot which house had the spell in Mito.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing there, but while he was doing that, Joshy D grabbed the glove
Oh, he did. Where was the glove?
in the kid location on Maze Island.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, Digshake remembers which old woman has the spell and goes back, and that's good for him because she had thunder.
Yeah, he either forgot he had the Water of Life. He might have exited the other way, though, if he didn't. Or he just kind of was spacing, thinking about something.
Well, and he talked to, like, an old lady by a different house, so that was kind of confusing. But he's going to dive right into Palace 2, it looks like. Greeted by everyone's favorite dungeon enemy, the blue iron knuckle. Or palace enemy, rather. So Joshy D going to take advantage of the fact that he got Spell and return to New Kasuto for another item.
Valley of Death is Palace 4. Or, no, 4, I'm sorry. Between 4 and 5, one's on the Eastern Continent, one's in Valley of Death.
Yeah, I don't think we ever saw the second Eastern Continent palace. Digshake running into the glove block, and without enough magic to get back through this door, gonna have to take a death here. And we see Digshake doing a little bit of an optimization there by getting the blue iron knuckle to shoot beam swords at him, which is a little faster death than the red Stalfos.
It's certainly the disadvantage of only having to rely on the fairy spell to get through palaces and only being able to cast it once. Is the fact that you may have to get back through that door. You could soft lock yourself if there's no enemies to kill you, but you could also arrive at key locations and still not even get a key if it is in the next room. So kind of a tough thing. Mago's in the dripper. Digshake just checks and makes sure it's Mago's, and he has no plans to farm him. I don't know why he checked though.
He's gone on the record very, very strongly against grinding. So. And Magos are kind of a hassle because of the way they spawn one tile low in those rooms. So he opts to grind this bubble instead, which is curious.
You said it, not me.
And he uses his one cast of fairy to get through another locked door, and we'll see where this leads him.
The one reason to kill that bubble, I think, we found Helmet Head, was the fact that the bubble could have hit him several times on the way out, draining his magic. And when he got that refill, he needed almost all of it. Well, at least 3 in a sliver magic containers to cast fairy.
Yeah, that's true. I think probably he could have survived 2 bubble hits before he would be unable to cast fairy, and that would have been very unfortunate.
We're just making him look good by saying that. He probably was, I don't know what he was doing, honestly. He might have was hoping it was 100 just so he can pass the threshold, because he does take life 5, and now he's going to dip back in and try to find the item.
Yeah, Palace 2 is it's not the smallest palace. It's not even the second smallest palace, but it's usually worth looking for the item.
Joshy D dies in the second P-Bag cave just before the item on the Eastern Continent.
It can be tough with not having the candle to see what's there. Some of the enemies are difficult to see. I think the Geldarms are the only ones that are impossible to see in the dark, but You got to pay pretty close attention usually.
Magic key for Joshua D. So
That's a really good find. Like he will be able to breeze through palaces now if he chooses, not having to worry about only one locked door per death.
Right, and this is one of the things, and we make light of the fact that Dig Shake's more experienced and better at this game than Joshy D. But Joshy D is good at this game. He's got to be in this round. And one of the things that could help Joshy D in the seed is Dig Shake getting that glove, going to that other P-Bag cave first, getting that glove, and then deciding not to get any more item thereafter, seeing that second P-Bag cave and getting the hell out of there, and trying to force Fairy to work in every single dungeon, every single palace, needing to die, refill his magic, or do whatever, while Joshy can just steamroll him.
Yeah, that's certainly a situation to be aware of when you're using Fairy, but we've seen Dig Shake and a lot of the higher ranked players will, as soon as they have a way to get through something, they won't consider even trying to find like an alternate way.
Mago's at 300 points.
That's a very generous dripper enemy. I think if it were anyone but Dig Shake, we'd see a little bit of farming happen.
53 magic to cast Fairy. Dig Shake doesn't have it. Can't get to that enemy. I don't think Mago's in the jar drop group. No, he's going to probably take a magic level up here. So he can cast Fairy.
His best bet here. We had a discussion not too long ago about the likeliness of Fairy reducing costs at Magic 4, and it was not super likely. So, if you can't cast Fairy enough at 3, you're probably looking at taking Magic 5, which makes if you're the sort of person who wants to get high attack levels from your palaces, that can make things difficult.
It still looks like it's 53 to me.
Even at 5?
Yep.
Wow.
So there's why I bring up the reason why Joshy D having that key and Dig Shake not going for any more items if he arrives at the glove P-Bag cave first up, because Dig Shake's going to force Fairy to work. He's going to have to if he doesn't find the key. And if he doesn't go for any more items, he's not going to find the key. And
yeah. And the key was in the second P-Bag cave, which it's a pretty quick grab.
Second one Joshy found, though. It's not the second one. Who knows how Dig Shake's going to explore.
Good point. If Dig Shake doesn't find the glove, then he'll still obviously be digging into any item, any chance for an item that he finds.
And both players in one now.
Joshy never did find jump or Fairy, so he is without downstab.
Well, remember, Fairy is on the other side of the continent that he can't access because he didn't get the boots, and jump is as well. So he's not going to have either of those spells until he arrives at the desert tile that has the boots by Valley of Death.
And Mito is up on that side as well, so he doesn't even have a way to be sad about downstab yet. Dig Shake having to take another death to cast Fairy.
And these can add up. Palace 4, you can get a couple key door rooms in a row. Key door room to an elevator down to a key door room into a key door room, and then may have to key door room into Karok. And what are you going to do? You can't refill your magic. I'm not even sure what Reflect costs at 5, although I'll assume he'll be able to cast it.
Yeah, at 5 he should be able to cast it.
So Dig Shake may not stop looking for items even with the glove to try to get magic containers.
That's true. If he's relying on Fairy, then magic containers become a lot more useful.
Or he can take Magic 6 and his cost could go down to 30 whatever for Fairy, and he'll be good.
And we also have the looming possibility that something necessary is in the New Kasuto 7 container whatever you call that, the basement. I mean, I don't think we suspect anything useful will be there at this point, but Dig Shake doesn't know.
No, it could be the glove, but I don't think Dig Shake would go out of his way to make sure he had 7 magic containers. It might be something he backtracks to. We got the item room in 1 coming up. I don't know. Finding 3 magic containers versus checking everything else. You know, I guess you'll happen upon it. There's one of them right there in Palace 1.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't think he's going to strive to find 7 magic containers or 3 extra magic containers, but it might be a reason. It's another reason to look for items. Joshy D finds your favorite actress, Sarah Jessica Parker.
I'm watching old videos. It's amazing how I find a way to say Sarah Jessica Parker in every game I play. I said it in Binding of Isaac, and I said it in Marvel Heroes, and I say it in Zelda too.
Is there a horse boss in Binding of Isaac?
No, but I guess there was I don't remember how I referenced it, but I did.
Dig Shake also finds the item room in 1, so he'll have his 5th magic container soon.
And I have to correct myself here. Dig Shake was in that other P-Bag cave. Because that was where the medicine was.
He did find it. Yeah, if he, if he gets to Maze Island before he finds that P-Bag cave, I really don't think that he will look for the item in the P-Bag cave.
Yeah, because the glove was
he might not even enter caves.
The glove was in Maze Island. I don't know if I incorrectly referred to it as being in P-Bag Cave, but in my mind it was. So glove in Maze Island, the other P-Bag Cave is the magic key, and that's the routing choices on Dig Shake we were discussing. Because I certainly think if he finds the glove right now, he's not even going to entertain the thought of any item ever again.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that could get in his way, really. He's got all the spells he needs. He's even got the maybe required items of boot and flute.
So it's just a matter of how many times he's going to have to take an intentional death to refill his magic. I'm not even sure what the smart meta play is for Dig Shake regarding Fairy and Magic, whether it's to try to take Magic 6 as fast as possible, or hope you take Magic 6 when you need magic inside of a palace. So that's got to be very hard to set up in a randomizer with all the unknown XP and room layouts.
Yeah, I don't think you can rely on that.
But it happened once. He needed magic, and he set it up for Magic 5, so...
Well, yeah. I mean, if he finds another dripper room, it's not that long of a grind to get. Even 900 XP is pretty quick there. But what other palaces even have a dripper? I think we're
5.
done with dripper palaces.
5, and I think 6 has one, but it goes into the lava. But here's the other P-Bag cave for Dig Shake now.
So he'll find the magic key here, and that'll be the end of us speculating.
Yeah, so now we're just going to have 200% more dead air.
Joshy D having a little bit of trouble with this desert pass-through. Without downstab, things can be a lot tougher, and he's running into that right now.
He's going to get the skip here.
He does a little Larry shuffle there on the path. Oh, he's got a very feisty blue Garu here. Wants nothing but to see Joshy D dead.
I think it's a Jur-U. If the other one's a Gum-A.
Jur-U.
Yeah, if the other one's a Gum-A's, those are Jur-U's. Horn.
Big Shake making use of the flute there.
Horn required. Confirmed.
No, we've seen Joshy D get to this area without the horn.
No, people just joining the broadcast don't know that, though.
Oh, sorry. Dick Shake picks up everyone's favorite item, the cross, in the water tile.
Yeah, so despite having all the spells and spell items, Big Shake's still trying to find the way to 100% the game.
Well, he doesn't have the glove yet.
That's what I mean. It's always one item that eludes somebody.
Yes.
But we're coming upon it now. And he might dip into whatever this is, 3 or 6, and just take care of it while he's here so he doesn't come back.
Yeah, I think it would be a bad decision not to take care of the palace while you're here. It's like the opposite corner from the raft spot, too. So this is a long trek back.
Can we do a YouTube series that's just like BGT's bad decision? And then you just review other people's streams or sports, and you just be like, this is a bad decision. And we can just put a big graphic with like a big sound on it when we do it, like a stamp.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
All right,
I think
we'll
should
work on
definitely
that.
do that. You know, we can mostly review streams of me playing games, because then there'll be plenty of bad decision content.
That's too meta.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what that means. It's probably a meme, though. Yeah, you got one viewer already. He already subscribed to the YouTube channel I created a month ago. All right, Joshy's walking by the water tile again, double-checking his tracks here.
Yeah, he finds the flute block and bounces out of there.
I mean, he may wish to go that way, because I don't know where that exactly brings you on the overworld. Because Big Shake might have taken a cave through to get to that road from the north.
I think Dig Shake definitely took a pass-through cave to get to the area where he found the boots. But I don't think I've seen Joshy D take any pass-through caves. And unfortunately, I think that's what's blocking him right now.
Well, Joshy D doesn't have the candle. And we make fun of that, but I wonder how much of him really doesn't do pass-through caves unless he has the candle.
Yeah, and I know he's mentioned that he's been practicing these candleless seeds, so I would hope that means he's more comfortable doing caves in the dark. But yeah, you could be right that he's hoping to find the candle.
It's a very quick Guma for Joshy D, and Dig Shake gets the glove and he jumps in here, and it is, I'm going to say that's 6. We'll see if there's a P-bag key in this room in the middle.
Yeah, if these enemies let Dig Shake go.
I think the kids say that going in.
Looks like this is 3. Kind of fun that we had two rooms that could be in both palaces, though, to start.
Yeah, I think the difference between that room in 3 and 6 is 3 has nothing in the blocks, and 6 has a P bag on the lower section of the middle column. And 3 has this room, so if there was any doubt, it is now 3. There's also
taking the time to get some extra XP there.
There's also a difference in the emulation color. One Dig Shake's on a retro. I think both of them might be on a retro pack, a retro power pack. But there is some difference in the colors, how they're displayed on their individual streams. You can see that in the overworld.
Different capture cards or something too.
All right, Dig Shake finds the dead end. He's going to go back the other way. Was the dead end the key outdoor area, or was it the item room?
I didn't see.
All right.
I think he might still want some more magic containers. I don't know how castable things are for him at this point. So I would think he would still get the item if he found the item room. Like, it's not that long in 3.
Oh, Countess says that Joshy D has a S-video modded Nintendo.
Ah, interesting.
There's a little digger on a perch up there. It's like Elf on a Shelf.
Oh, we should refer to those as Elf on a Shelf. I like that. Dig Shake picking up a key that he doesn't need. We'll have to review if that costs him any frames. Then we can put the bad decision stamp on it.
That's a BGT bad decision. And then we need like a smack. But we have Rebonek here. So Dig Shake's going to place his 3rd gem here relatively soon. 1860's Magic 6? Or is that Life 7? Actually, that's...
I think that's Attack 5.
No, it's Magic 6. And he's going to take it because he's going to be able to get a free Attack 5 at the gem anyway.
Yeah, that's not a BGT bad decision. No stamp on that one.
Now we'll see what Fairy cost.
Yeah, Joshy D is back on Maze Island, gonna take care of this palace, I guess. So if you missed Palace 3 on Dig Shake's side, just turn your attention over to the other side of your screen, and here it is again.
So I wonder if it's absolute stubbornness from Joshy not to go through the encounters, the pass-through caves, or if it's just he's going to take his chance on trying to find something here that may be useful in terms of exploration on the western continent to get downstab and or Fairy or to get downstab. Because does he have to know? What does he have here? He doesn't have... Life was in Darunia, and that was right by where the boots were on the desert encounter. Thunder, Fairy, and Shield, and Jump were all on the western continent, and Shield was in Kasuto. So he never saw Kasuto, Darunia. He's got to have Shield, right? Was he in Kasuto?
No, I don't think so. I think he just has the 3 spells.
Speaking of Kasuto, Dig Shake's in Kasuto pass-through right now. He leaves. Dig Shake is looking for the other palace on this continent, which is either 4 or 5. Oh, no, we know where 5 is. I'm sorry. 5 is on the east. We know where 5 is. Dig Shake know where 5 is, though. I don't think he does. Joshy D found it. And then that puts 4 Valley of Death on 4 on Valley of Death. Same 3 spells, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder, is it the case in Randomizer that you're guaranteed to get Candle before you need to go through a cave?
No.
Does Joshy maybe think that that's a rule and that he'll be able to find the Candle without going through any caves?
I'm not entirely sure if he thinks it's a rule. I don't think the Candle has any sort of restrictions on it. It could be in... no, because we've seen it in a P-Bag cave before. And if that was a rule, it would probably not be.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it distinguishes cave encounters differently as pass-through and not. Joshy D dies in the Joshy D of the BGT rooms. My meme is validated.
But Joshy D smartly does not pick up the key that he doesn't need.
And we knew Guma was quick. Dig Shake's at Guma already. So we barely see 5. Barely saw either runner enter 5 before we noticed they were at Guma already. Simultaneous boss fights, though. Joshy D is at Rebonek.
Yeah, we'll see if Joshy can take care of Rebonek before Dig beats Guma. But Dig's going pretty aggressive there, so maybe not.
Joshy doesn't have downstab.
Oh, goodness, you're right. He's going to go for it anyway, though. Doing Rebonek without downstab can be pretty challenging.
Yeah, he doesn't have the life spell. He has life 4. He's got an extra heart container, although it's not filled now, and he's only attack 3. So this will be pretty, and he doesn't have shield, so this is pretty tough regardless.
Yeah, that's pretty low levels to be fighting Revenak without downstab. But he might have practiced that, because we have seen in this tournament at least one seed where you had to fight Revenak to get the item that got you downstab.
Yeah.
So, you know, he might have taken some time to learn the fight. Dig Shake probably going to go into Valley of Death and take care of Palace 4 here.
Yeah, because he's one of the guys to put the emphasis on completing the continent that doesn't have Great Palace on it while you're there, so that you can just go in and, you know, take care of one continent, then go to the other and just, you know, finish up the rest of the game. This is the only thing he has to do left on the Eastern Continent. Great Palace and 6 are on the Western Continent.
Yeah, and he's going to fairy feet through these encounters. Does it pretty quickly.
So fairy costs 20, if I saw that right, at Magic 6.
Wow, that's that's quite the improvement.
What does it cost?
Josh D finally onto phase 2 of Revenak.
What is it normally at? Wow, that is a quick Revenak too. Sorry, Karak too. What's fairy normally cost at 6?
It costs 40 at 6.
Okay, so 20
or
is
60. I think it's 80, 80, 60, 60, and then 40 until 8.
Yeah, 80, 80, 60, 60, 40 until 8. Yeah, so at 40, 20 is the low roll. Lowest you can get. Because it's plus or minus 50%, that means you can go up or down by 20 points. So 20 to 60 it could cost at Magic 6.
Joshy D takes a game over to Revenak and decides he's not going to do that fight.
I gotta tell you, if Joshy D had any concerns at all about how difficult these flags would be based on how he likes to play the game, he has no candle. He's forced to go through Death Mountain if he wants to do anything, or forced to go through an encounter cave without the candle to arrive at the boots to do things in the Western Continent. He has no downstab unless he does one of the other things, go through Death Mountain without the candle, or go through a pass-through cave without a candle. So it's this is, you know, one of those things, man. It's just like you wish it doesn't happen, and then like you get all of it at once for Joshy D, and it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is. Like there are certainly ways that the seed could have unfolded that would have been advantageous for Joshy D, and he has not gotten any of those outcomes.
All right, we're in 6 now. Dig Shake's gonna just take the immediate path to the right.
Yeah, we got the mint chocolate chip palette here. Can we name all of the palettes after ice cream flavors?
I don't think we're allowed to name anything anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got a letter.
Well, whoever sent that letter gets the BGT bad decision stamp.
All right, what are we going to do here with Dig Shake? We're going to have another path to the right here through this elevator room.
Joshy D is going to go through a pass-through cave now. So if he was being stubborn, then he's broken.
Yeah, if he was being stubborn, he may have no other choice, and then here you go. He takes a game over trying to do it. So hopefully that doesn't...
That pass-through cave was not very friendly.
Hopefully he just doesn't get discouraged by that and stop trying altogether. It looks like he's going to do a little due diligence here and check again for the 3rd time to make sure he didn't miss the way to the other half of the Western Continent. And he's going to check Medicine Cave. He's going to find Parappa Cave over here. And the other side's going to lead him right towards the raft tile. Even the opposite end of Saria's over here.
That can be really frustrating, you know, when you only have options that you don't want to take. So I don't blame him for double checking the things just to make sure there wasn't an easier option that he forgot about.
He was going to go through Jump Cave. He stopped. He left. Now he's going to say, I'm going to go through Jump Cave. But Jump Cave was on the other side as well. On the opposite side, I think, of the mountain that was Heart Container Cave, right by the raft tile.
Ooh, Jump Cave is pretty egregious.
There are 3 divers there, by the way. Oh, no, one of them is off his little glitch on his...
Yeah, he got the kill, but unfortunately in this game, it doesn't count your kill unless you get the XP. So because he died so soon after getting the kill, it won't count it, and he'll have to kill that Dyra again.
Yeah, and he doesn't have... Well, he can cast Reflect. But he doesn't have the... Well, did he cast Reflect that time? Because he had very little magic.
He could also cast Spell. Dyras are not immune to Spell, are they?
I don't think so. I think it's only Chicken Knights. And you know, Great Palace enemies.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Not all the enemies, but I'm you know, that bank of enemies that has them.
Digshake finds a loop of some sort in 6, because I've seen him come into that room from a few different directions.
Yeah, it's he passed up, I think, a way to go left in that Lost Woods kind of room where you can only go left.
Yeah.
I think. Was that room one? Because I think No, okay. Maybe I'm confusing elevators then. Because I thought you went down into that room and then he went down another level. I think there's a left from start he can make if he goes down the elevator and goes left.
Oh, he's gonna go through the Canadian hole room.
Yeah.
Oh, he just decides just to take the drop.
Yeah, because he just wants to go right.
Ceiling walk.
Excellent ceiling walk. And there's a... I thought that was going to be the item room. Revo passed through. We're also in 6 here, and you definitely saw that room on Joshua D's side.
Yeah, and if Joshua D finds this Revo pass-through room, I suspect he might not try to get through it.
Well, Joshua D's in 6. He basically has to find Barbo without finding a Rebo. But if he's in here for the boots, he's going to have to fight Rebo without downstab. And maybe he thinks that's what is in front of him. Maybe he thinks he has a seed that he can't do until he finds the boots. And if the boots are in 6, you know, FML or FHL, his life.
Yeah, it's certainly possible that he thinks that this is what's required of him.
And there's Digshake going to go left through this room now.
In the obnoxious jump room.
And he's right back to this room. So maybe he went this way before. And he just obeyed.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to go over the Canadian hole to find something new. He decides to take the drop again.
Well, there was the left drop here as well.
Yeah, there's the drop here. I forgot.
He just wants to find the right-hand turn, and there's the reverse breadcrumb. He knows he hasn't been here before.
Yeah, Joshy D seems to be basically taking the same decisions that Digshake already took, so we're not going to see too much exciting on his side. Because Palace 6 is one of the palaces where the item is to the right. So if you're looking for the item or looking for the boss, your strategy is about the same. Digshake found Barba and tried to do the jackhammer on him, but it looks like Barba's health is quite high. Would have taken a few jackhammers to get rid of him.
Digshake is pumped up right now. He's going to be placing his gem just over the 1 minute mark. Not just over, a little over.
Well, the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, no, 1 minute mark too.
So that's Dick Shake's last gem. So he's gonna take his level here, and he's gonna head to Great Palace. He saves a few frames by saving and resetting.
We got GP time. Nothing has changed in Great Palace for the duration of the tournament so far, except in this round and the round before. Mixed small and large enemies is a real pain in the neck to deal with in Great Palace.
Yeah, those waffle rooms can get some really bad rolls that are not only challenging, but can lag the game quite a bit.
Oh, did Dig Shake get upstab? I don't think he was
No,
in
he did
Darunia,
not.
but
He didn't have Jump or Fairy when he went to Darunia, so he didn't get upstab, and he never went back there.
yeah, well, he's lucky. He's happy to see that room go left, buddy. He didn't go left. He went down. He's a jerk. And he's going to go right in this room, though. So between 25 and 50% of the rooms have been removed, but only rooms that have exactly 2 exits in them. And no drop rooms, including no drop rooms.
So when in the tournament do we see the longer Great Palace?
I think it's finals only, because I think next round it's just we got Thunderbird. It's a very quick path to Thunderbird. Because next
very
round,
quick and very standard. Go right.
I think it's just finals, because next round puts them at 7 max heart containers, but you still start with 4, and road counters are potentially unsafe. And I think that's it. That's the only changes next round, I believe. And then finals is removal of magic, or the inclusion of magic container requirements for spells, where you need 8 magic containers to get the spell in Kasuto, for example. And,
I like to call that the 100% seed flag.
And Great Palace is large. So after Thunderbird, Dig Shake finds the fun room, a fun room. Has an elevator down. No waffle rooms yet? No waffle rooms yet. There's the third of the elevator rooms we've seen. So that's 1 path left behind Thunderbird. And he's going to have to take it.
Yeah, and with how quickly we found Thunderbird, I imagine we'll have a little bit of a trek to Darklink now.
The last match of this round is Jackamus versus Jam Evil, and right now that has no scheduled date.
So I've lost track a little bit of what Joshie D is up to. I saw him in a pass-through cave, but last I saw, he was not yet in the new area. So maybe he didn't take the right pass-through cave.
Well, he did game over in that 1 pass-through cave, and then spent a little bit more time in the west trying to find a way he potentially would have missed. He's not going through caves. He's not going through the pass-through caves, and that's ultimately what's killing him, and why Dig Shake's going to be finishing up this game right here.
Yeah, it looks like Dig Shake's gonna opt for the easy fight versus Darklink. Unfortunately, there's not yet a feature that forces you to fight him in the middle of the room.
And there you have it. Dig Shake is pumped up 1 hour and 4 minutes, 56 seconds. For your winner, and moving on to face Unos, I think, is Dig Shake.
Oh, wow.
And Joshie D is done. He has hung him up.
Yeah, I imagine he was quite frustrated at that point. He still had a great deal of the seed left to go, but we'll see if he joins us in Discord.
Yeah, so Nurm plays the winner of Jackamus and Jam. Joshy ended stream. Dig Shake plays Unos in the semifinals.
Dig Shake versus Unos, that's a rematch of the championship game last year, right?
Yes, but I do disagree that Dig Shake's going to get his butt. Hello, Dig Shake. How are you?
What's up, guys?
Congratulations.
Thanks. That was fun.
Now, are you just saying that because you won, or did you present? Did you really enjoy what the seed was?
I actually really enjoyed the seed. It was this time I think you had to go east early, unlike last time where I went east early and I didn't have to.
You didn't have to. Death Mountain would have brought
man.
you through the other side.
Oh, Death Mountain. Yeah, Death Mountain. All right.
The problem is Joshy D never committed to going through Death Mountain because he didn't have the candle, and never found the area with the boots. He never, at the time he abandoned the race, he never was on the other side of the Western Continent. And that's where you got Fairy and the means to get downstab, and, Thunder, of course, was there as well.
Yeah.
So he tried his hardest. It looked like he tried his hardest not to go through caves and do anything without the candle, and including going through Death Mountain. And he just found everything that was available to him without doing that, and never committed to doing it or going through. He tried, took a game over, and then never went right back to trying it again. And unfortunately, that's the thing. But when did you... Well, let me ask you this hypothetical question first. With having Fairy and not having the magic key, if you never picked up the magic key there, how would you have gone about, I guess, reducing the cost of Fairy? Or would you have gone and tried to find magic containers after getting the glove?
No, I think it's faster to level up your magic stat than to find more magic containers. I think I would have needed to find like 3 magic containers to get a double fairy cast anyway at the lower levels. So
yeah, I think it was 53, so 106. Yeah, you would have needed 7. But then you found the key, and then you finally took Magic 6 and got the cost reduced to 20. And I think that's the minimum at Magic 6 that it could be.
Yeah, that sounds about right, because it's normally 40 in Magic 6. So,
but yeah,
I mean, I didn't end up needing it a whole lot, actually. It was kind of a nice to have thing after the magic key.
Well, it was one of those things that was presenting itself because Joshy had the key, and you were taking intentional deaths to use Fairy, and it would have been interesting if you didn't get the key and you didn't raise your magic levels as fast as you did, how much time that would have cost you. But yeah, Joshy's here too. Tough break, buddy. Why don't you take us through what happened?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where anything was.
Yeah, the boots were on the desert tile, which was at the very southern part of the eastern continent, kind of below Valley of Death there.
Yeah, they were a little bit tricky to find. I think that's what the part of the hang-up was. Although I'm not... Joshy, did you ever even stumble upon Valley of Death?
No, I only just right when Dig Shake finished, I started digging through more caves because I walked clockwise around the East Continent and found the Maze Island, and then there was a horizontal river, bisecting the continent, and I never found my way below that.
Yeah, Boots were down there. Valley of Death was down there. A couple towns I feel like were down there.
Kasuto and Darunia, yeah.
You had to take Darunia Cave, or not Darunia Cave. You had to take Kasuto Cave to get to that section, I think.
Yeah. See, so I kept in my head. I kept I knew I was missing something, and then I kept losing track of whether I needed an item or whether I needed a spell, because I wanted the boots because I felt like I was missing a lot of West Continent and I couldn't, and missing a lot of East Continent, so I couldn't decide whether I needed to go into a palace, find an item, and then I kept needing downstab. I didn't have fairy or jump, so I don't know. I kept just changing my mind on whether or not I needed to be exploring on the overworld or through palaces, and so I just was jumping into palaces that I couldn't do anything in.
Yeah,
hoping to find a quick item.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't much in the palaces. I don't think. Not much useful. Heart containers. I think I found.
There was a magic container in one, but yeah, containers are all I remember seeing in palaces.
I mean, we've only seen 2 items: magic container
Yeah.
in 1, heart container in 2, and I guess candle or hammer could have been there, because we didn't see 2 items in Death Mountain. We didn't see the old lady's item in New Kasuto, but she needs 7 magic containers. So between the magic containers, the heart containers, candle or hammer was the only thing it could have been.
Yeah.
So, Joshy D, one thing we speculated about was, I know you've been practicing the flags that you were going to run today a little bit. Did you practice going through caves in the dark at all?
Not much. No.
Yeah, that unfortunately that was like what was required to unlock this seed.
Yeah, like usually I'll just like brute force my way through, but it's not, I was a bit resistant to do it until I'd kind of felt like I'd fully explored on the overworld, just so that I knew whether or not because it's easier for me to map it in my head. But then like once I'd done all like the footwork, I just started like not wanting to do that and going into palaces, and then that was just a big problem. Because like I had a key and I had a glove, but then I went into like 3, and then I needed down stab either to find an item or to beat the boss, and then I found Guma, and that wasn't really helpful, and I didn't want to go left. And yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of just hemming and hawing on stuff. Like I felt like it started out kind of okay, and then like as soon as I couldn't, am I right that there was no other way to get to the other towns in West Continent besides like boots or something?
Death Mountain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Death Mountain was what did it. I started to do that for a moment and then gave up on that.
Yeah,
What
we
was
saw
up
you
there?
try it,
Was
but
Fairy
you
up
didn't.
there?
Fairy,
Yep.
jump, thunder, down, stab, all were up there.
Oh,
And Palace
Jesus
too.
Christ! And that was Death Mountain. Ugh, because I
Yeah.
just started going east because like I went into Death Mountain once and got through a few caves and thought like this is insanity. Like there's got to be another way to do it, and so then I kind of never went back there. Okay, so that explains why everything was a lot more difficult.
So yeah, you either had to go through Death Mountain in the dark or go through one of the correct connector cave in the east in the dark to get the boots and bypass Death Mountain.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's a tricky seed right there. I mean, those are not great options.
Yeah, and we were kind of, while we watched Joshy D do his hemming and hawing, as he said, we were kind of trying to figure out, is he just really refusing to go through any caves in the dark? So it kind of seemed like that you were hoping to find the candle or some other way to get through.
Yeah, well, I also I didn't I felt like I didn't find tons of them, and I just it was more of I didn't want to jump into a dark cave unless I really knew that I had to. And then once I kind of went clockwise again and ran into another dead end, I started trying to look for it, but I just kept dying to everything too.
Yeah,
like,
without downstab, those dark caves can be pretty tough because it's hard to see what you're up against, and it's hard to kind of skip over them if you don't want to fight them.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just this seed is just, it was a higher level seed than I'm really qualified to play without like a lot of time. Like I tend to not play Zelda 2 randomizer when it's that gnarly.
Yeah, well, you had a great run in this tournament, Josh. You should be happy about that.
Yeah, I feel okay about that. I wanted to put in a better, like I wasn't really aiming to win this match, but I was hoping to do better than that.
Surprise everyone, it's a best of 3. So please schedule your second match as soon as possible. I'm sorry, wrong Discord.
Yep.
My bad.
Actually, it is best of 3 next round, so.
It is, with the inclusion of road tiles being unsafe and the reduction of maximum heart containers you can find going from 8 to 7. So you're playing Unos next round, Dig Shake. How do you feel about that?
That's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah, that's a big fight.
It should be pretty fun to watch, though. I hope for the viewers out there. I feel like me and Yunus are pretty evenly matched. So
You
Yeah,
feel
well-
like you and Yunus are evenly matched, but we all feel like Yunus is better than you. Is what you mean to say?
He's not better than Dig Shake. He's just faster.
He just beat you. Can you stop defending him?
wow.
But no, seriously though, Josh, you had a hell of a run in this tournament. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people loved watching your matches and rooting for you for doing it. And I know somebody who's a little salty that you had such a good run in the tournament, which made it better for everybody as well. So definitely well
that's
done.
Good.
What-
It was fun to be the underdog. I'm really rooting for Dig Shake because he's beaten me twice in this tournament. So, the great thing would be, as long as like no one watches the video, if they see that I lost twice to the person who won the whole tournament, then it makes me look better.
Well, here's how you have to phrase it. Your only losses were to Dig Shake.
Yeah.
Last tournament, the champion was the only person to have his only losses to Dig Shake.
There
So
you go.
I mean, like, therefore, you're the champion in our hearts.
Yeah, you're champion level player.
As long as they don't watch this match, I think we can believe that.
How do you guys feel about a YouTube series of BGT just backseat gaming people while watching videos and then giving like a BGT stamp of disapproval when they do something he doesn't like?
Is BGT really that critical of people? Like,
Oh.
he seems like a pretty kind and understanding guy.
You have to listen back to this. He's like, why the hell is he not taking caves? Is he really bothered by not having the candle? It's like amazing. I'm like, dude.
I thought we came up with this idea when I was calling Dig Shake out for forgetting which old lady had the spell in Mito.
Yeah, I did forget that.
You've been so critical that I forgot which player you were doing it on. But yeah, Dig Shake, talk about talking to the wrong person in town, and how do you feel about that, and why is that going to bother you for the rest of the night?
Oh, I mean, I was thinking about other stuff, and so I just walked right past her. That's all that happened. It's fine. I played a little sloppy in a few places, actually, but
Did you take a bathroom break during your race?
I did not. No.
Have either of you guys ever bought a magazine you were not supposed to buy at a time of... Oh, wait, no, sorry, wrong tournament.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that was a thing.
That's because you guys don't watch the VODs of other tournaments and other racing. To be in the know, like smashing pretzels on somebody's back. Like, one person doesn't know what that means. The rest of us think it's the most exciting thing in the world.
The
I
most
still,
important
yeah,
person doesn't know.
I still don't know what that means.
Probably
Wow.
the greatest
it's
thing
more
Josh
that
has ever
way.
said. That's what it means.
Nobody's
would
ever
like
going to
to-
tell me, are they?
Oh, no. You got to discover it on your own. Watch the VODs, man.
Well, I mean, we can only talk about it on like a scuzzier Twitch channel. Like, I think Randomizer Mania is a little too uptown for these kinds of jokes.
I think we held our words. We
Yeah.
gave the audience just enough to know what was going on without knowing what's going on.
I don't even know what's going on. So.
Well, that's by design. But best of luck to you in the next round, Dig Shake. And unfortunately, Joshy, what are you going to be doing now that you're not going to be in this tournament? And what are we going to look forward to on your streams?
Well, I'm actually I'm gonna take a break from tournaments for a little while. Like, this past month has just been a lot of like neglecting my personal life because I've had the Zelda tournament. I was in this longer than I thought I was going to be, and then the SHI tournament. So I need to not have like video game commitments and just be a bit more casual for a little while. But it's been a lot of fun to be in this, and I really enjoy hanging out with everyone in the Zelda 2 Discord and hyping up some of the other matches was good fun.
So, Joshy D, now that you are a champion level player, are you going to stick to your no timer policy, or are you going to take it to the competitive level?
No. I am moving further into no timer boys strats, like less racing, less concern on speed, and more. If there was a device like a timer that could measure the enjoyment I was having from a video game, like that's the kind of readout I would want on my stream, an enjoymer. instead of a timer.
You
I
need one of
wanted
those
to
fake
join in.
hockey arena, how loud can we get, like raise the roof kind of meters on your stream that just automatically goes to the same decibel to get the crowd cheering. And it just
Yeah, or like Kids Court. Do you remember Kids Court on Nickelodeon, where like kids would bring their disputes in front of a jury of kids, and then like they would cheer who they thought was the person who was guilty?
I don't think I ever saw that.
I don't think
That
I ever saw
sounds
that either.
Incredible.
I didn't make that up, did I?
I never stopped watching TV in my life, and I don't even think I knew that show.
Yeah, I
But,
mean, if it's a show that Larry doesn't know, it must not be real.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to cut this interview in a quarter slice here and get off the air so other people can do other things on this channel. But again, Dig Shake, congratulations, and Joshy D, best of luck to you, and thanks for giving us a load of entertainment during this tournament.
Hey, I
Thanks.
do what I can. Thanks, everyone.
And BGT,
Yeah, thanks, guys.
thanks BGT for hanging out and with your microphone. You sound good on Discord, by the way, the app, as opposed to the website.
Well, good. I'll keep doing this in the future then.
Yeah, and please
Thank
don't
you
get
for having me for the commentary here. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for thanking me for having you, and don't lose that that empty tissue box, because I enjoy that visual better than the mic stand visual and stuff like that. But yeah, so thanks again, and thanks to everyone for hanging out. We'll see you guys next time. Jack versus Jam Evil, Jackamus versus Jam Evil, up soon. No schedule for that, but make sure you check out the website and also follow the runners and all that good stuff. And we'll talk to you guys then.